Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Overwatch 2 edition of Who Wants to Become a Millionaire? The ultimate test and practice of your in-game knowledge and rapid decision making to see whether you can keep up with the pros. Today's episode, Who Wants to Become a Genji Main, features our special guest, HeeSang!
Thank you, HeeSang.
And none other contestant than you, dear viewer. We will take a look at HeeSang's gameplay from the Soup Cup finals, where Crazy Raccoons faced against Zeta Division. But here's the twist. Throughout the game we will pause the action and ask you to make decisions in crucial moments, just like HeeSang does.
Stop the payload!
After some poking, the enemy Hazard makes his first move by contesting the high ground, which leads us to our first question. What would HeeSang do in this situation? Would he A. keep poking from his current position, or would he B. go on the Hazard and force him out, or C. dive the enemy backline, or D. stop the payload from pushing further? Think about what you would do in this situation and log in your answer. Our Hazard Max can use his wall here to isolate the enemy Hazard, making him an easy target.
Can't let them keep pushing. Stop that payload!
After the first ults are being used without anybody dying, Crazy Raccoons decide to engage with Kitsune Rush, which is answered by Zeta Division's Orbit Array. But what would HeeSang do in this situation? Would he A. peel for his own backline? Would he B. dive the enemy backline deep with his Hazard? Would he C. die in the Orbit Array with all his cooldowns up? Or would he D. spec off, kite to Orbit Array and then engage? On the first look, this looks like a turbo in, but if you look closer, HeeSang misses Turong's speed by just a millisecond, so technically this is the right play, but I think he just has to use his reflect to stay alive for a bit longer. In the upcoming fight, Dragonblade is one of 2 available ultimates for Crazy Raccoons, but how would HeeSang use it? Would he A. use his ultimate late in the fight after some cooldowns have been used, Would he B, keep Blade for the next fight, since Crazy Raccoons have another touch on this point here? Would he C, wait for Shu to switch Anna and go Nano Blade? Or would he D, open up the fight with his Blade? Even though this fight was lost due to interesting positioning by Churong on Lucio, the early Blade still makes sense because we had an ultimate economy disadvantage, and in this case it usually makes sense to be proactive and take the initiative. For the next question, we want to talk positioning. From which position will HeeSang play the next fight? Will he A, stay at the main corner? Will he B, stay on the rooftop? Will he C, go inside the house and play from the window? Or will he D, go coast side and play from this off angle? If you chose A, you are not completely wrong, but generally on Genji we want to play the short off angle.
Stop that payload.
It's the last fight of the first round and Zeta Division uses Lucio B to hard engage. We use our own hazard ult to counter it. But what would HeeSang do here? Would he A, punish the enemy divers? Would he B, hard disengage and wait until beat is over? Would he C, counter dive into the enemy backline? Or would he D, hide until his blade is up? Violet on Lucio is pretty far pushed up here and will be rooted by the hazard ult in just a second, which will make him an easy target.
Shut it down. Oh, I feel all warm inside.
Crazy Raccoons go for a different strategy on first point. They push left side, which leaves main completely open for HeeSang. But what should HeeSang prioritize here? Should he A, shoot whatever the hell is in front of him? Would he B, go back and push the payload because nobody is pushing it right now? Would he C, shoot the hazard? Or would he D, go for the Kiriko? He has a really good flank here, but doesn't go out of his way to prioritize any targets. He just shoots whatever is in front of him, in this case, the Lucio. I recommend you this video if you want to learn more about this concept.
Payload stalled. We're on our way. Nobody left, huh?
For the next fight, HeeSang positions in the house again, and he can hear the footsteps of the Genji walking up. But what would he do here? Would he A, take the 1v1 with the Genji? Would he B, poke from his angle? Would he C, help his team on the payload? Or would he D, dash into the enemy backline? According to the concept of last question, he would just shoot the Genji, because he's there. But in this case, he's really not favored in the 1v1, because the enemy Genji has both his supports right behind him, while HeeSang is a bit cut off of his team. That's why he dashes into the enemy backline, actually managed to force Zuzu, but instead of hard committing, he uses the dash more as a repositioning tool, taking a new off angle, which suits him better. Even though HeeSang actually dies on his flank, he's able to draw enough cooldowns and attention so his team can trade out the kills and finish the map.
I'm on my game now. Payload's heading out.
This wraps up our first episode. I hope you got some of the questions right, but more importantly, learned something for yourself. Please let us know in the comments which hero and which guest we should invite for the next episode, and until then, have a good one.